We've been talking about body image this lunchtime after a group of young people managed to persuade the government to tackle body dissatisfaction. But what if you're autistic? Well, Mike Adams is a granddad to a 3.5-year-old, probably a little too young to have concerns about his own body image, but it's something other adults make remarks about, and sometimes in front of his mum. And it's something Grandad Mike is really passionate about challenging, to make more people aware of what his own grandson is going through so they can understand it better. And Mike, that really is what it's all about, isn't it? It's all about understanding a little bit better.
Yes, you hit it right on the nail there, actually. Interested listening to the current topic, and body dissatisfaction and social media can really inflame it, can't it? And stress and anxiety, which ultimately leads to stress and depression. And mental illness can do exactly the same. Now, autism is a form of mental illness, as you know. This week is World Autism Awareness Week, and I've been trying to do my little bit to get the message out there.
Good for you. Good for you. Just to educate people, because there's a lot of ignorance out there about autism, particularly. So just tell me, what's been said about your son by other people in the past?
Well, my very first time my grandson went to a play group with my daughter, say about social media can be very hurtful, but people could be hurtful as well. It was one other mum there said to somebody, "Oh, look, he's not normal, he isn't." It's like, just because he wasn't playing with other children, and I think he actually done the common trait of where they turn a car upside down and spin the wheels, and he can do that for hours on end. That's common signs, and he lines his toys up, and it's very sort of upsetting when you first hear potentially your grandson is going to be suffering from autism. But just recently I did try to do a bit of education to my friends, and I put a little poem together to express my feelings, and obviously it's too long to read out now, but the last verse, actually, if I could do the last verse, that really does sum up my sort of feeling about it.
Go on, Mike.
As of yet, there has not been a diagnosis of autism. The fact more people are aware has certainly given us optimism. But at the end of the day, our grandson is happy, loving, and gives us so much joy. We would not change a thing about him. He is our very special little boy. And that's it. Do we want to, why should people change? The education should be aimed at the other people around, to accept people for their body insecurities or their mental insecurities.
Well, you're the perfect person to champion that, given your grandson. When people say things about him, or you hear that they say things about him, do you challenge them? Do you tackle them? Well,
the thing is, Victoria, strangely, Joseph, he really is a lovely, happy, joyous boy. And when he's out, he charms everybody wherever he goes. He's slow with his talking, but he does say thank you. He does say please. And people look at him and think, well, he doesn't look autistic. And the thing is that we're concerned that he does have his meltdowns at home. He goes to school one day a week, and when he comes home, you don't see the emotional stress he goes through. It's like that chap before on the radio. He was probably bullied at school and went home and worried about it. Now, he's too young, as you say, to do that at the moment. But the thing we're concerned about is when he gets to proper school age, is that going to turn him from a really loving little child into something withdrawn and not him, and we really do get concerned about that.
Well, we need to educate more, that people like you coming onto radio stations like this telling us about it, and thank goodness that little Joseph has his granddad Mike to champion him and to look after him and defend him as well.
Yes, certainly, that's the case, yeah.
Mike, I think it's great that you've come on today and to highlight that. And I know that you're passionate about challenging people and to educate people as well. And I hope that he's not bullied, your young grandson, because that would be a terrible thing to go into the future. And I'm sure you'll make sure he's all right.
Can I just say, anybody that's interested in listening to the poem, I have got it on YouTube, and it's entitled "Does Our Grandson Have Autism?" They'll find that quite easily from there, and they can hear the full poem if they want to then.
Brilliant stuff, Mike. Thanks for coming on. Really good to hear from you today. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So, body image. We've been talking about body image this lunchtime after a group of young...